Here's what you'll learn this week on Net Talk Live, the Internet Talk Show. Learn important differences between laptops and palm-top computers. And learn how to download an antivirus program from the web. We'll surf a site that gets your career, health, fitness, relationships, and personal finances organized. And we'll show you where to go online to get thousands of free software tools and the greatest games. We'll teach you everything you need to know about multimedia players to view video files. And how to use your computer to make long-distance phone calls to anywhere in the world and talk as long as you'd like for free. We'll check out a website for playing tricks on your friends with the next winning lottery numbers. And you'll want to see the hottest video we've ever shown. Don't miss this week's funny internet download and much more fun and excitement here on Net Talk Live. So let's get started.
I can get past him.
From our studios in Dallas, Texas, it's the most watched TV program of its kind in the world. Broadcast to over 100 countries. It's Net Talk Live in triplecast. Watch on TV. Listen on coast-to-coast radio. Watch or listen on your computer via the Internet. With Internet field reporter Georgia Foy, Gadget guy Dave Mathews, web head Luis Vallecillo, and your host, Laura Lewis. Net Talk Live is made possible by digitalconvergence.com, engineering your digital future. Shebang.com, don't just shop, shebang. Exodus Communications, the Internet Data Center Company. So let's get started with the fun and excitement.
Hi, I'm Laura Lewis, and welcome to Net Talk Live, the most watched television show of its kind, reaching millions of Internet users every week. Also broadcast on radio and the Internet, we're the first interactive triplecast. And we want you to get involved with our show, so we invite you to follow along with the graphics you'll see on your screen and turn on your PC and surf along with us. We'll show you some useful sites and fun places to go online, and you can virtually program our show. Just go to nettalklive.com, cast your vote in our web polls, enter contests, and send us email with your questions and favorite websites. And I'm here with two great guys, the Internet experts, webhead Luis Vallecillo. Hi, Luis, are you ready?
Doing pretty good, and we use the term loosely.
And also, what does that mean? Also, Gadget guy Dave Mathews. Hey, Dave, are you ready?
Hey, you know what? I'm ready, and you guys better stay tuned in because I have some awesome palm gadgets we're going to show today.
Okay, sounds great. I'm interested in that as well. Let's get started. Here's our first email question. This is from Harvey Lincoln of Branson, Missouri. And Harvey writes, I'm thinking about buying a laptop or palm-top computer. What are the pros and cons to both, especially when getting on the Internet? Okay, thanks, Harvey, for a great question. But for an even better answer, let's go to our very own gadget guy, Dave Mathews. Hi, Dave.
Well, you know what? In the past, it was very easy to just say a laptop because the portable devices like a palm top or a web terminal, they just did not allow all the functionality that a laptop would. But now times have changed. Laptops, although they've gotten a lot less expensive, they still are more pricey than the handheld gadgets. And the handheld gadgets are getting cooler. Take, for instance, the Palm 7. Now, this device will let you send email. It'll let you work wirelessly through a network and even synchronize the calendar wirelessly. Well, the Palm 7, when teamed up with this keyboard, which is an expandable, you got to check this out, an expandable keyboard, will now mean you don't have to type graffiti, which is the Palm language, to send your messages. You just set your palm into the keyboard, and now you can type with a full-size keyboard. Another thing, if you don't have a Palm 7, if you have an older Palm, there's what's called Pocket Mail. And this gizmo slaps on the back of a Palm Pilot and lets you send email over any Palm 3 or Palm 5. So these are just a few of the examples that make a PDA into a full-fledged email machine. There's also a great software program that this program lets you do attachments with the Palm, and in the past you weren't able to do that. So you got to check out all my hot sites this week on all this Palm gear to really turn the handheld devices into full-blown email machines.
Thanks, Dave. And I know gizmo is a real technical term, right?
That's right. Gizmo would be something that I show off on the show and get really excited about, and my voice gets higher as I talk about it.
Okay, my first hot site this week is called myprimetime.com, and it gives you the tools you need to ask yourself some questions about your own life and find the answers that are best for you. For example, do you need a summer adventure like the kind you had as a kid? Do you need to renew your marriage vows? And what about your career commitments? Or simply your sense of self? Are you happy with who you've become? My Prime Time has a special feature on personal renewal for a fresh start for the professional, physical, financial, and marital aspects of our lives. Helpful articles are organized in categories including family, money, health, work and play. And here's the best part. You get your own free personalized information based on the past and current events of your life. So when things change, as you know they will, with family, work, relationships, or your health, you can update the service to get the most benefit from myprimetime.com. I found so much useful information here, and I'm sure you will too. Now, Dave, you've been using this site, haven't you? That is scary stuff, Luis. What do you think? Okay, anyway, we've lost Dave. You'll find a link to this with all of my hot sites at nettalklive.com. So let's take another question. We have a caller, Randy in Anaheim, California. Hello, Randy. What question do you have for us?
I don't have an antivirus program. Isn't there a way I can get one online?
Thanks, Randy. That's a great question for Luis. Now, Dave. And Luis, I have a question, too. Now, if there's an antivirus program online, how can I be sure when I download it that it doesn't have a virus?
I can get past him. I just
Don't worry
can't.
about the virus, baby.
Laura,
Yes, Luis.
if you go to McAfee.com, that's without the A, MCAFEE, you can download what's called the Active Shield. And what they've done is they let you use ActiveX, and I cannot just block him. ActiveX control so that your Internet Explorer can run a virus scan software without you actually having to buy the program. It does it through the web. That's great and dandy, and you can do it for free, but I much rather pay the $30 for the full-fledged virus scan software that you can run on your own hard drive without having to be logged to the net and all that. So there's two ways of doing it. One of them is free, but it's through the net. I'd rather pay the $30. It's not that much more to pay for something that is going to probably someday save your computer from a virus.
Now, what about the virus, though? If they choose to go and buy it on the internet, is there a way to...
You can buy them, well, the one on the web, you can sign up through the web, and you can also buy the virus scan software from their site. So if you decide to buy it, you can just buy it right there. They'll send it to you, and you can even download it if you.
So you trust that it doesn't have a virus attached to the antivirus software?
No, it's okay. I mean, every time you do this, you need to make sure that you go into a website that is reputable. It's not just like joebobs.com virus software thing.
Right.
So
There's
go to
no viruses in
McAfee.com.
my world, baby.
Okay, Dave, be
No
quiet.
viruses in
Thanks,
my world.
Luis. And guess who has this week's weird and funny side is Georgia, hanging out at the Main Street Internet Cafe.
I really love your braces. That is so cool. I love the green. It's really cute. Thanks. You're welcome. What do you think about mine? Okay, really, there's this really fun site because some people really like braces. It's called silversmiles.com. Okay, I can't. I'm sorry, I just can't do it anymore. Anyway, they're fake braces. And what you do is you send a stone model to your dentist, or actually you get a stone model from your dentist, and then you send it to silversmiles.com. They'll make you a fake pair of braces for $200. But, I mean, you know, you could have real ones that cost like thousands and thousands and straighten your teeth. These are just a whole bunch more fun. And they're silver and they're fake and they're just a great way to meet guys. Silversmiles.com, check it out.
When you touched me, I would melt.
What goes best with popcorn? Why, our internet's funniest download, of course. Coming up next, right after this break.
Net Talk Live is made possible by shebang.com, Exodus Communications. Hang tight, we'll be right back.
Here we go again with another internet's funniest download. Watch this.
Boy envy.
If you have a funny download, send it to us at funny@nettalklive.com and we might just put it on the air.
Okay, I'm not going anywhere without this ever again. I'll just be putting this under the desk for safekeeping. Anyway, welcome back, and remember to go to nettalklive.com for answers to all the questions on the show and links to the websites. And here's my next hot site. It's called freeware-shareware.com. It's another collection of free offers, software, and other downloads that I found to be easy to use with rankings based on how popular each item is and helpful descriptions. Now, everything here is free, and in just a few minutes, I stocked up on some pretty cool stuff in the Internet software section. I found an online tool that eliminates frustrating web chores like filling out forms. Don't you hate that? And remembering passwords. And now I store my personal data in an encrypted file on my hard drive. So now I can fill out forms without even typing. I also found a free program that lets you surf the web without even opening your browser. And those 2 free software files were in just one section of the site. You'll also find free downloads for business and games, graphics, and music too, like MP3 players. This site is loaded with free tools and utilities, and I put the link to this place in my hot sites at nettalklive.com. So go check it out. Coming up, we'll have more of your email questions, and we'll venture back out to the Main Street Internet Cafe, where Georgia will show us how to buy a movie star. Really, right on the web. So don't go away. Net Talk Live will be right back.
You're not the fancy. You are what you are. Say yourself what you want to be.
This week's web poll asks, not considering price, would you rather have a laptop, PC, or a palm top? Join the other netheads at nettalklive.com now and make your choice count.
Welcome back. We're having a great time. Surf along with us and learn all about the internet and the web. You'll find links to all the great sites at nettalklive.com. Next up, we have another question sent to us via email. Now, this is from Bill White of Coral Gables, Florida. And Bill writes, I want to watch a multimedia file, but I can't see it in my viewer. What's wrong? And what can I do to fix it? Now, this is a great question. This has happened to me. So when I click on to open a video file and the player opens, nothing happens. So, Luis, what do you know about this?
Well, I actually know quite a bit. But let me explain what's going on. You can go to a website that they might have a movie file, an audio file, a shockwave file. And when you click on it, nothing happens. Now, a lot of these websites are very good about telling you, hey, we're using QuickTime, or we're using Real Player, or Shockwave. Click here to download it and install it. But not everybody is that good, and usually the warning you get doesn't really tell you where to go and download it. If you don't have a place to go, if they don't tell you where to go, I would go to home.netscape.com, actually help.netscape.com. They have a list, a very good and concise and very well categorized list of every single helper that you need to view any media file, any picture file, any audio file that you can ever imagine. So you can go in here and say, okay, I know that it was a Shockwave file, for example, and you can download a Shockwave player or a Real Player or QuickTime or whatever you want. So you can go to this site, home.netscape.com, and find the list right there.
Now I have a question for you. A lot of people buy computers, and sometimes it comes with software, and do a lot of these computers already have this type of software on there? Because it's so confusing, and I think it's frustrating for a lot of people. They get a computer, they surf the net, they come across these things. Well, wait a second here. How do I access these files?
Well, a lot of the computers that you buy nowadays do come with a browser, and the browser does contain probably Real Player and QuickTime already installed. Might not be the latest version, so you might run into the problem where you have one version that is older, and when you go to read a file that has a new encoding or a new technology, it doesn't work with it. So at that point, you need to upgrade it. But yeah, that's right. Right now, the computers are coming preloaded with everything, so you don't have to screw around with them, at least for the first few months. Then something new will come around.
Good.
Laura, I ran into a problem like this as well. I have some audio files streamed of some of the radio interviews I've done. I know you've done tons of radio streams through LauraLewis.com.
Exactly.
But I've got some older radio archives that use an older technology, and now there's G2 and all these new Real Players, and I've got to go back in, and just to be complete, I'm going to have to reformat all my old audio archives. And Windows, when they first started, used AVIs for the movies. And if you play an AVI file in Netscape versus IE, you have to write different code.
AVI is what
AVI
again?
is it's the audio-video interchange. It's what Windows uses, just like Apple's QuickTime. And now AVIs are massive compared to some of the compression that they have going now with either QuickTime Streaming or G2 by Real. So I'm going to go back in, I'm going to clean up, and it's going to take a long time because I've got all this multimedia content on DaveMathews.com that I have to clean up so I can be more compatible with the computers that are coming out now, because some of this stuff is like, I'm looking like an antique now because I don't have time to clean it up.
It's really great. I mean, it's really fun to go visit these sites that have the cool features that you can access. Even some sites even show you how to do exercises right on the net. And it's really fun to be able to go in and easily do that and not get frustrated and not do the exercise at all. This is what I'd like to do on my site.
Yeah, you can go to netmathews.com and you can find out all the exercises that you need to do.
Okay, guys, thanks a lot on that. Well, earlier in the show, I promised you another trip back to the Main Street Internet Cafe. So let's check in with Georgia.
Oh, come here. You're not going to believe what I did today. I spent $2 million online trading. No, really, I did. Let me show you how I did. I went to the site called Hollywood Stock Exchange where they give you $2 million to invest in your favorite actors, your favorite movies, your favorite songs, your favorite musicians. And these can go up or down. Like today, Jim Carrey is up, but you know, according to what's on like the newsstands, he could go way down. But I invested $2 million today, and I'm down. You know, I'm kind of down because you know, he didn't do real well today. But I'm on my way up, baby. Yeah, I'm on my way up.
Standing on a corner, there's a suitcase in my hand.
Have you voted yet? See the surprising results of this week's web poll question instantly at nettalklive.com. Net Talk Live for the whole family. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
We started rosy first.
Hey, we're back. This show has been a blast, and it looks like we have time for just one more caller. On the phone, we have Sarah in Memphis, Tennessee. Hi, Sarah. What's your question?
I want to use the internet to make telephone calls. I understand that e-calls are free. What's this all about, and where do I find a good e-phone software package?
Okay, e-calls, e-phone.
E-phone. Sounds like something E.T. would do. Now, my favorite at this had always been dialpad.com because Dialpad used a Java client. What that meant is you did not have to download a program in order to make the call. And another thing that it did was let you call not just another PC on the internet, but call a real telephone. So like I could be anywhere on the planet and call my dad's cell phone or my mom at the house, you name it. But I went overseas to Europe and tried to do it to dial back into the U.S., and it wouldn't accept any of my calls. It would ring once and then hang up the call. So I'm trying to figure out what's wrong there. Luis has a site called Free Phone, Phone Free, and they have a theory.
The one with the lighting up their bills?
They're lighting their telephone bills. Now, some of the...
Have you seen that commercial?
No.
They're saying burn the telephone bills.
Oh, okay.
You now can make calls for free over the net.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another one called Net2Phone, which is spending the most money because they had a very successful IPO, and they're spending a ton of money in the USA Today, etc., advertising 3.9 cents per minute. Now, this is cute because you dial with your telephone into the internet on a voice circuit. It then switches your whole call over the internet. So you can still talk over the net, but it's now telephone to telephone. Now, they also have a client that you can download, and you can call 800 numbers for free just to test it out to see how it works. Or you pay a % per minute to call anywhere in the world, and their rates are significantly less than what you'd pay if you just dial up. Yeah, and the best thing about it is the quality. I wrote a whole article about internet telephony, and you can find it at the Net Talk Live website. I cover even the hardware devices that you can put in your house to dial up into your ISP. So tons of stuff to check out.
And you also got to make sure the computer has a microphone, right?
That's true. You do need a microphone in your computer.
And a computer, too.
Yeah, and a computer. Okay, that's it, guys, for this week. And remember to visit us at nettalklive.com. And while you're there, send us an email. And we'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to take part in our web poll. Now, before we go, I'd like to thank Dave and Luis and Georgia, and our fantastic band, and all the behind-the-scenes folks who really make this show happen. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to thank you for watching. And do us a favor by telling your friends about the show, and be sure to tune in next time. We've had so much fun. Hope you have too. Goodbye, everybody.
Net Talk Live has been made possible by digitalconvergence.com, engineering your digital future. Shebang.com, don't just shop, shebang. Exodus Communications, the Internet Data Center Company. Tell all your friends and coworkers about Net Talk Live, and we'll see you again next week. Net Talk Live is a presentation of the Digital Broadcasting and Communications Network and is produced by Infotainment Telepictures.